Hi, everyone. My name is Sana. I am a PhD student in physics. And why did I choose to do a PhD? Well, I was doing physics in undergrad, and I was able to continue to do masters here in the US. And basically, in my masters, I learned a lot about what is doing research and literally finding questions that no one has the answers to. And I think that is very interesting. And that led me to study further into physics and material science. And right now, I'm really interested in projects that would really change the way we see different materials. So I'm excited to do PhD because of that. And well, of course, I did my master's in NUS, but I think I chose NUS the first time was because not only it was close from my home country, but it was also one of the highest ranked university, and I know there's quite a lot of facilities that helped me do my experiments. There were a lot of computers, supercomputers to help me calculate and do simulations and experimental setups where I can do check the results on the actual material. My research right now is mostly about strongly correlated systems, and these are essentially materials that, although they look simple, but they cannot be explained by just saying, okay, there's this free electron moving around, and if you put an electrode onto it, it'll flow electricity. Sometimes you can change a little bit of the material either by putting some kind of dopants or maybe changing how the shape of the material, like its nanostructure. You can get a totally different view and totally different properties, both optically and electronically. So I'm doing that, both experimental optics on these materials and also simulations to help with my experimental data. Well, of course, I chose this research because it's quite interesting, and the layers are so deep that really you don't know what's next. It's like a never-ending puzzle, actually. Yeah. So it's quite interesting, and I think we're really going for some new physics that nobody really knew. So I'm quite excited about that. Graduate school. I like graduate school probably because our ability to manage our time and lots of opportunities. So as a graduate student, you can go into lots of events, lots of activities. I was one of the members in NUS Muslim Society that took me to find new friends and helped me to go through my school and work, and really just had fun with a lot of friends. And also I learned quite a bit. So you can, if you want to get out of the PhD or graduate studies with a few data science skills, you can just do it right there, right? You don't have any time constraints. You don't have to be in the office depending on your supervisor, right? So sometimes you can just, right now, you can work from home. You can arrange your schedule depending on what you want. And probably the most challenging part is, of course, time again. So sometimes you get caught up in doing something else. There's certain project, you might lose track about that one, and sometimes you can't really handle all of this. But I think the challenges are overcome by getting friends and colleagues and mentors to talk to you. So at least you have some people who share your experiences, or at least have been there, so you can talk about that and try to get advice from them, learn from them. And then these people who are more experienced, who are like better scientists, you can uh, try to see what are they doing, so they can show us the way, essentially. Yeah. Okay. I think my highlight in a graduate school journey would be probably getting married. I guess that was great. I mean, like at least that didn't. I actually I did my PhD and I have to do a qualifying exam, which is like this test about your overall undergrad knowledge about physics. I think some of the PhD majors have removed this, but for some uh, majors, they still apply this sort of test. For physics, it's still applicable. And after I brought my wife here and she was successfully cheered me up, and even though I failed 2 times, the final and third time I passed. So that's great. Yeah, so I can continue my PhD. Yay. Um, Briefly share something fun. I don't know. I like to go out because although graduate students are known to be alone and in the lab, I think that's not true. At least for some of my friends, I I always go out and try to have attend a lot of events, have explore. I like exploring new places to eat, to new places to go to, like some museums or concerts, and quite a lot of my friends are very into that, but they don't have friends to go out with, so I'm usually the guy who is forcing them to go out. Yeah. If you are considering to do PhD, I believe it is an important choice, and the best thing that you can do is try to research. Yeah, research your major, research your supervisor, research your future group, research what do you want to get out after you do your PhD, because a PhD doesn't mean that you want to do academia. A PhD gives you a license to do academia, but you can always flex your skills in other things. Like if you can, if you prefer to do another, say, a career change, perhaps you should do a PhD with something that can back that up. Say maybe if you are doing physics right now in undergrad, you want to do engineering later, then taking a PhD in an engineering degree or program would be best. That is still somehow related to your physics, so you can, improvise, maybe add some new ideas that the engineering people don't realize, or vice versa, right? I have both physics friend who changed to an engineering, and then some engineering guy who is doing theoretical physics, which is very far, but he's having fun with that. So uh, just make sure you find what you enjoy, and please do enjoy and get some friends when you do your PhD. You're not doing this alone. Okay, I think that's my best advice. Okay, that's it, I guess.